Hello everyone, I am Alyan Fiverrwala and welcome to this interview with Miss Karolyn, the founder and CEO of Fifth Universe INC and innovator in the tech industry. I am your host Alyan Fiverrwala. Today we have the privilege of diving into fascinating world of technology, entrepreneurship and mentorship with Miss Karolyn. So hello Miss, how are you?
It's wonderful. And thank you so much for inviting me to join your force to help other people.
I am very thankful to you to coming in my show and giving me your time. Thank you so much for coming.
You're very welcome. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. So before moving on a question, can you please introduce yourself?
I am the founder and CEO of Fifth Universe, and we are based in Silicon Valley, California.
Okay, all right. So my first question in your screen, can you share your journey and inspiration behind founding Fifth Universe INC?
This startup that I have been wanting to build for actually quite some time, and it's a journey, that really starting from my transcendental transformation, during those Stanford years. And that whole journey, took me out of this planet and allowed me to see things from a distance, to understand humanity from a different angle, and to understand human existence from a different angle. And so I wanted to share that transcendental, transformative experience with the world, with the whole world. So I have been using movie projects and oil painting, all different kind of medium, and trying to share the story and the message. And but deep inside, I have been wanting to build a platform like this for a long time, and myself was not quite ready, and the tools were not quite ready. And so here I am. Now I'm doing it full time and building it, in a very systematic way, so we can share the message with people, from all over the world. So that's the inspiration.
That's wonderful. So what set Fifth Universe apart from other companies in the tech and entrepreneurship shape?
We have our own proprietary um, virtual modules and framework, and we are in the process of applying for patent. And it's what sets us apart is we have our own special secret sauce that nobody else has.
Okay, all right. So, as the a part of the GSD Accelerator Cohort 14, what valuable insight have you gained and how has it impacted your business?
Well, we are honored to be invited to join the GSD Accelerator Cohort 14. And the founder, Gary Fowler, he actually built two unicorns. And he's a well-known, famous figure here in Silicon Valley, also around the world. He has been a keynote speaker, international in international conferences. And so we are highly honored to be invited, to be accepted, and to this, community. So the valuable insight we get is, surround yourself with visionaries, surround yourself with people smarter than yourself, so you can learn from them and inspire by them, and continue to share your journey with a community that is highly resilient and innovative. So that has been a great influence for me.
Yeah, that's great, awesome. So, how has your experience as a mentor shaped your approach to entrepreneurship and leadership?
It's a I have been, you know, really enjoying sharing with the younger generation. And meantime, I believe, the best way to learn something is by teaching. When you start teaching, like it's going to really enhance what you have learned. In the meantime, it's going to open up new windows and new perspectives for you. And spending time with the younger generation also, it fuels the energy. And so I really enjoyed it, and because through the process I learned a lot myself. I grew from the process. So being a mentor has been one of the most rewarding experiences that I enjoyed a lot, and I'm still doing it. And that's why when you invited me, I jump on it right away, because you are a very impressive 15 years old, young man who is already showing a remarkable leadership and very impressive. And so I can see the opportunity. I could be your mentor as well. I mean, you are already so successful, but you are still growing. You you are young, and so that's why this morning I sent you some messages to give you some, friendly suggestion. And because I enjoy doing that, is if I could be helpful to anybody, I always, pay my share and give my time to it sincerely. So that is part of my life. And also, actually, when I turned 30, I actually consciously have chosen not to have my own children. And because as a woman, I love kids, and if I had one or two of my own kids, as you know, your mother, like my mother, they didn't have time for the rest of the world. While my mother was a doctor, and she's busy in the hospital, but the moment she finished work, she would just come home and take care of us, right? Anyway, so I freed myself, actually, so I can, love all children from the world. And I meant it. And that's why today I don't have any kids. I don't have my own kids, but I love children like you and like other kids. So that's why when I mentor, you know, they are all my children. I take them as my own kids, like I teach them, I share meals with them. I embrace them like it's my community, and it's my world family, my planet family. And so now I have friends from all over the world, like literally thousands of them. And so now I don't have just one or two kids, but I have thousands of kids like you.
That's really awesome, great, wonderful answer. So, what key advice do you have inspiring entrepreneurs looking to succeed in the startup ecosystem?
I would say one advice is, yeah, surround yourself the same thing with mentors, with visionaries, and learn as much as you can from those people who are ahead of you, who are smarter than you, because we always in our life will always find people smarter than you. Like at my age, at this moment, I have been doing much better than many of my friends, but every single day I am humbled by so many smart people around me. And I am eager to learn. So as an aspiring entrepreneur, the best advice would be surround yourself with people much smarter. Meantime, be humble, be curious, because every single day you can learn so much. This whole world is evolving so fast. Every single day you just open your eyes like, oh my goodness. Like every single day I'm excited, and so many exciting innovations, and humanity is improving because of this, a lot of new technology. And so learn as much as you can, embrace diversity, embrace people around you, because everybody around you can teach you something, including younger people like you can teach me something as well. That's my attitude. Be humble, and regardless of age, and also regardless of hierarchy, like even my cleaning lady can teach me something. That's my attitude. I treat her like my friend, and I learn from her about Spanish, about her culture. She has been teaching me a lot of Spanish. You know what I mean? So I'm learning different languages. So my cleaning lady, you know, it's the best way to learn from the native tongue, right? From the native people. Anyway, so that's my advice for the younger aspiring entrepreneurs is be humble and be curious.
That's wonderful. So, how do you balance your role as CEO and mentor at Stanford University?
Well, I am not doing any research work at Stanford at this moment. Although I did take 3 months of Python program last year in the summertime, that was very rewarding, because I am a non-tech founder. So learning Python, doing programming, coding, it was a big challenge, but I overcome it. Also, that's the same time I was with the GSD accelerator. So I was in two different, totally different, very intense accelerators at the same time. That was not easy. In the meantime, I was invited to speak. I was invited to be panelist, and I have to get involved with all kind of things. So I went through some really, really intense moment last year, actually. How to balance that is it's a great question, because like for us, any startup founder, you are you have to have now I appreciate those thousand hands of goddesses from the Indian culture because during those months, I realized that wow, I needed those thousand hands to handle, a thousand of tasks in front of me every single day, and like I have to finish my newsletter every month, and I don't want it to let the AI to write my newsletter. I handcraft every piece, and that takes time. And meantime, yeah, I am helping other people. And so how can I manage it? Actually, our startup Fifth Universe is going to offer some solutions to help to teach people how to manage such a busy life, such a innovating life. Is their methodologies. So I am very lucky that I have those methodology to maneuver such a busy, sometimes it could be chaotic. When I was in the Python program, I have those coding assignment, coding challenge. I have to finish, because if you don't finish this week, next week there'll be new one coming, and I have to finish. In the meantime, the accelerator, GSC accelerator has assignments for us as well. We have to create MVP and traction, so we can we can pitch the investors, right? So all these come together is you have to know like where is the priority. And also now with the help of AI, and I always ask myself, this project here might cost me 6 hours to do it. For instance, the Python code challenge, if you're not careful, you might be trapped, by a little glitch, that just because you didn't know that little coding, secret, you got stuck there for 6 hours. You couldn't get out of it, So I went into that situation. It happened to me. And then I learned the lesson. I told myself, wait, 6 hours got stuck with these. That's not a good strategy in today's busy world. So that's what happened. It happens to all of us, like in life, like we got trapped by something. But importantly, you get out of it by looking for solutions. Startup is about providing solutions to problems around you. That's why we build startups, right? You kind of identify problems around you, and then you look for solutions. The same thing, anything in our life, you always have to tell yourself, find better solutions to save time. And the first person who invented it, the train, is the one who is looking at the horses, instead of, like, if you in the old days, that traveling from one village to another village takes people like 3 months, right? And the first person who invented the train, the steam engine, was asking different questions. Normal people would say, oh, just train your horses faster, then you will get there faster. But that is still an incremental change. That's not a revolutionary change. And so always ask yourself, instead of taking 3 months, can I cut it half? 15 days. More radically, you should ask yourself, actually, can I do it in 3 days? Is it possible? Especially as a startup founder, it's our mission to find the magic vein. It's our mission to create magic to change the world. And which means we should use the same principle in our daily life. Every day, like, I ask myself, instead of spending 2 hours for something, I always challenge myself, can I spend only 20 minutes instead of 2 hours? So when I was struggling with all these different accelerators and all of these, speaking opportunities, and I managed to survive all those months. It was not easy at all. Actually, I wrote a little short memo about that piece of my life, that because I found it, pretty amazing. Wow, I look back now, I was in the middle of a perfect storm, like everything was coming my way, but in a good way. And well, I've had other challenge in life as a human being, we all do, but I managed to stay on top of it. And now looking back, like, wow, that was quite a journey. Is because every step forward, I always tell myself, okay, now I have, like, in July, I have to publish my newsletter, before the 15th. you know well, I might take it, deliver in 1 or 2 days later, but still I have a deadline. And meantime, I was invited to be a panelist, for July 11th. I didn't even know what I was going to talk about. And then meantime, my newsletter was coming, and also we were just wrapping up with the Python program, so I just finished that Python challenge, final challenge. It's a much bigger project. It needs much more time. And so I was in the middle, and then my GSD accelerator was preparing us for demo day for the mid-August demo day. That's a huge event, So yes, I was asking myself, like, now I am in this, so what can I do to shorten the time but maintaining the quality, right? So anyway, develop a methodology with that mentality. Instead of doing it for 3 months to go to another village, you can always invent something to accomplish it in 3 hours instead of 3 months. And the person who invented the steam engine achieved it. It's a revolutionary methodology that never existed before. So, as a startup founder, it's our mission to find the magic. Also, we should be the magic. We should live with the magic. So that's my lifestyle. Every day I live with the magic, and people around me, lots of time, they felt I am the magic. That's how I live. I am the magic. Let me be the magic. So you flow with the magic, like magic is not foreign. You are the magic. You know what I mean?
That's really awesome, wonderful. So now I am asking my last question. So my last question is, if you could give one piece of advice to your younger self when you were just starting out, what it would it be?
Well, for my younger self, I would still give the younger self the same advice is, just surround yourself, with great people and be humble and learn from others and be curious and stay agile, stay resilient. Yeah, so that would be still the same advice I give to my younger self. It's a golden rule.
Yeah, all right. That's awesome, wonderful. So, thank you so much, Miss Caroline, for sharing your remarkable insight, experience, and wisdom with us today. It has been pleasure to have you as our guest, and your journey as the founder and CEO of Fifth Universe INC is truly inspiring. We wish you continued success in all your endeavors, and we look forward to following excitement development at Fifth Universe in the future. To our audience, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more engaging interviews. Thank you so much, Miss Caroline, again for your wonderful time.
Thank you so much. I'm honored.
Thank you so much.
जंजीरें अब तोड़ देंगे, तरक्की से रिश्ता जोड़ देंगे, जॉब के पट्टे से आजादी, गुलामी अब छोड़ दे।
साथ है हमारे बड़े दिल वाला, मुश्किलों से जिसने निकाला, गिरते हुओं को फिर से संभाला, वो है रेहान अल्लाह वाला।
किया हर मैदान फतह, किया हर मैदान फतह, किया उसने सबको जमा, किया उसने सबको जमा, वो है रेहान अल्लाह वाला, वो है रेहान अल्लाह वाला।
गूगल से वेरीफाई करेंगे, यूट्यूब से सब कुछ सीखेंगे, फेसबुक से फैलाएंगे और ट्विटर से सबको बताएंगे। कर रूठ गई है तकदीरें और टूट गई है शमशीरें, मोबाइल है अब अपना निशान, अब काम करेंगी तदबीरें।
हमारे सारे के सारे लोग पढ़ना